Hey guys, I'm Nikki Sizemore. Welcome to my kitchen and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a recipe that is a staple. It's one of my favorite recipes to make and it's a sweet recipe. Can you guess what it is? I'm going to show you how to make my easy gluten-free pie dough recipe. Guys, this is the best gluten-free pie crust and nobody will know it's gluten-free. In fact, you can even make this pie dough recipe using regular all-purpose flour if you can eat gluten. The technique is really simple. I'm gonna share my tips. It is foolproof. It takes only minutes to make, and you can use this flaky, buttery pie dough in any pie recipe, including my cinnamon vanilla apple galette and my strawberry galette. I will include a link to those videos below. I can't wait to show you how to make this gluten-free pie dough recipe, so let's head to the kitchen. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. That way you won't miss out on any of my wholesome, family-friendly, and naturally gluten-free recipes.
First, let's talk butter. While you can use any butter you have, I highly recommend using a European-style butter. They're usually wrapped in foil like this. They have a higher butter fat content, and it's actually going to make the dough easier to work with, and it's going to provide more flavor. Cut the butter into small cubes, and then put this back into the refrigerator. We want to keep that butter really cold. Now for the flour. I'm using cup for cup gluten-free flour. You guys, I've tested every flour blend on the market, and this gluten-free flour works the best in this pie dough. You won't even be able to tell it's gluten-free. To this, add 1 tablespoon of sugar and a half teaspoon of fine sea salt. The sugar and the salt are going to provide more flavor, and the sugar is also going to help the pie dough to brown in the oven. Pulse this together until they are evenly combined, and then sprinkle in that cold butter. The cold butter is going to help create a flakier crust. Pop the lid on and then pulse until the butter is evenly incorporated, but you should still be able to see some chunks of butter. This looks great. Now we're going to drizzle in a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. That's going to help to keep the crust nice and tender. Put the lid back on, start the processor, and immediately start to drizzle in ice cold water. You'll need anywhere from 1/3 cup to 1/2 cup of water, depending on how humid your kitchen is. The last big tip here is not to over mix your dough. If you over mix it, the pie crust could turn tough. It should be able to hold together when you pinch it between your fingers, but it should still look rather floury. Dump this out onto your work surface. Then use your hands to bring the dough together. Now here's one more tip, and this one is optional. I'm going to use the palm of my hand and just smear the dough onto my work surface. This is a French pastry technique, and what it does is create layers of butter in the pie dough, giving you an ultra flaky crust. It also just helps to bring everything together. And you guys, that's it. We just made pie dough. All I'm going to do is pat this into a round and then cut it in half. This recipe makes 2 9-inch pie crusts. You can either make 2 single crust pies like my galettes, or you can make 1 double crust pie. One of the best things about this recipe is that you can make it months ahead of time. This dough freezes beautifully, so you can go ahead and get a jump start on your holiday baking now. Just wrap these discs in plastic wrap, then use your hands to flatten them out even further. This is just going to make it easier to roll out when that time comes. And now you can pop these in the fridge for up to 2 days, or you can freeze them for up to 3 months. If you're freezing the dough, store it in a zip-top freezer bag, then defrost it overnight in the fridge before using. When you're ready to roll out the dough, lightly flour a piece of parchment paper. If your dough has been in the refrigerator overnight, let it sit at room temperature for 15 to 20 minutes to soften slightly. Lightly flour the dough and your rolling pin, and then roll that dough out. To get an even circle, move the dough 1/4-inch turns while rolling front to back. Being sure to flour your rolling pin and underneath the dough as needed. You can use this gluten-free dough in any sweet or savory pie, such as my apple galette or my strawberry galette.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really hope you give this gluten-free pie dough a try. Let me know in the comments below. I've included a link below to the full recipe, and I've also included a link to my website where you can find a ton of other holiday side dishes, appetizers, desserts, and main courses. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.